Hey cuties, it's your girl Vanessa. Today I'm going to be talking about self-confidence and how social media affects that. So if you're interested, keep watching. Okay, so I do feel like social media in general tanked my confidence because I'm 31 and it's so embarrassing to say it. I feel like my self-esteem is not where I want it to be at this age. It's also one of the reasons why I was so excited to enter my 30s is because I'm just really looking forward to having like a rebirth and not really letting social media like control me or affect my emotions and like how I feel about myself. And I do feel like, I'm a baby millennial, so I didn't really have social media growing up, but like I was part of the whole like I remember I had Facebook when Facebook first came out, and I got Instagram and Snapchat. Like I have experienced all these apps from the beginning to what they are now, and obviously like Instagram is one of the biggest platforms ever. And when I first got Instagram, it was like people would just post random things like on a walk, and it's like the blurriest picture of a sidewalk, or I got some pizza from the local pizza place and it's like a blurry picture of a pizza. And now it's all influencers and content creators, and everything has to be so perfectly curated and everything has to look good and everyone has to look so good. And at one point I was a victim of it. I was trying to post like only the most beautiful things about me and share only the most successful things about me. And seeing all these beautiful people that would show up that maybe you don't follow, but it's like an influencer, like a really famous actress. And I would just start seeing all these people and versions of people and started feeling like, wow, they have all these followers, they're very well liked. I'm not well liked because I don't look like them. I need to start looking like them. And granted, I don't have any money, so it's not like I could have gotten surgeries and stuff to look like some of these girls who are beautiful, and I have nothing against them getting surgeries. I just like, have you heard of the thing? It's like, you're not ugly, you're just broke. But yeah, I really feel like, and as an actress myself, being so heavily typecast and getting auditions from my agents saying like, oh, we need a girl who looks attractive, or we need a girl who looks like okay, like there's no way people would believe she was a model. Like they say stuff like that sometimes in casting. It really starts messing with your head and makes you feel like, dude, I'm not good enough. Like I'm not pretty enough to do this. I don't fit this. And just seeing like how crazy intense the influencer culture has gotten and how beautiful all these women have gotten. I know they're not natural, they're still beautiful even with all the aesthetic enhancements, but like it's not normal. A normal girl does not look like that. A normal girl does not have veneers, does not have a BBL, does not have a boob job, a nose job, the fox eye aesthetic, lip filler. Like a lot of normal people in this world, in this country, don't have the money to pay for all that. Just like I want to say, getting your lips done like every few weeks is like $800. That's a lot. That's like half of someone's rent at this point. It's just these very unattainable things that people are getting that starts making the average girl feel very like not what's the word? It just makes the average girl feel like they're not capable of ever being like that, because one, they don't have the money, they don't have the resources, they don't have the networking of the people who can get them there, and everything's just, I don't want to say fake. I feel like that's a crazy word, because I do think that some of these influencers who have gotten this aesthetics are genuine, real people. They just had the funds to be able to look how they want to aesthetically. I just feel like it really starts to like mess with these people's heads, and this all started happening when I was in my 20s. I can't imagine how the girls who were teenagers or middle schoolers who are now probably like in high school or college are feeling. if I'm feeling this at 31 as a baby millennial, I can only imagine how more intensely it was for girls who are younger than me, Gen Z, you know, Gen Alpha, early Gen Alpha. Like, my heart breaks for them because I don't ever want them to be in a situation where they're 31 like me and still feeling some sort of like hate towards themselves or their body or how they look. And it's just like, I don't know if I'm explaining myself right. It's just like so crazy that like this is happening, that we've let that become the norm, that we've let the influencer and content creator culture like tell society what the beauty norms are now, and making us feel less than if we don't have like freaking veneers and like all these things, and being able to get your hair done all the time and blah blah blah. And like, not just that, it's also not just like looks wise, but it's also with fashion. It's like, oh, you don't have a Louis Vuitton purse, you're not like worth it, or you don't have this, you don't have that. It's like specific like physical pieces that some people are like, damn, everyone has that, and like now I want it. And don't get me wrong, there are certain things that like I save up for, but it's like, it's hard to waste your hard-earned money on something that's like super expensive, and like it just gives you a momentary high because, oh, this specific influencer that I love has this purse. Okay, now I have the purse, and now I'm gonna be just like her. Like, that's not true. Like, we want to feel like these people, so we try to emulate them, and that's why we get all these things. They influence us. I mean, they're doing a great job as influencers. We're buying all this stuff, but yeah, I feel like at a certain point, it starts to really tank with your mental health and your self-esteem, and take your confidence. And I'm someone who has BDD, body dysmorphic disorder. I've always known that I've had it, but I did get like recently diagnosed with it from like an actual like therapist. And it's been very eye awakening. And honestly, like weight has been lifted off my shoulders, knowing that like I knew that there was something wrong with me in my head. Like there's no way like I'm this many years old and I'm still freaking out about going into a dressing room. There's no way that like I'm just freaking out about taking a picture now. It's crazy because in my 20s I feel like I used to feel like the baddest bitch in my 20s, and I just feel like recently I've just really lost touch of who I am, and I've been really struggling with getting ready and finding a cute outfit. I mean, I gained a lot of weight since COVID. I want to say I gained like 30 pounds. It's been really hard to lose it. I feel like my clothes don't fit that well, and yeah, I could get bigger clothes, but I also don't make a lot of money, so it's hard for me to go and buy new clothes, especially like now that I'm in my 30s. I don't want to dress like I was dressing in my 20s. I want to look a little bit more elevated, a little bit more demure, or whatever you want to say. Like, I just don't want to be wearing the same types of stuff I was wearing when I was in my 20s. Like, I still want to look cute and hot, but just like in my own new way as someone who has just entered her 30s. Not that I feel like I'm old and I can't dress a certain way. It's just my style is changing as I'm getting older. And I forgot where I was going with this. I was getting older. Yeah, I feel like now that I know that I have body dysmorphia, and I've been working with, I've been knowing for a while, but now that I've been diagnosed recently, and I've been talking with a therapist and doing like exposure therapy and attending like BDD conferences recently, I just feel like I'm really starting to figure out what my mind needs and what my body needs, so I don't have those intrusive thoughts and body checking. So for like example, if you don't know what body checking, BDD is very similar to OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. They live within the same family of that mental disorder. And so how people with OCD have obsessions and rituals, and have to check the stove or have to count things certain times. Same with BDD. A lot of people do mirror checking or body checking, where you constantly go to the mirror and check those things that you hate about yourself. Maybe it's your elbow, or maybe it's your stomach or your nose or your ears, and you're just consistently checking it. It's just like this thing where you're like, it's like a ritual. You become so obsessed with that body part that you're just like checking it every time. I didn't realize that that's something that I would do, checking specific parts of my body that I viewed as flawed. And now that I know like some of the behaviors that I was doing, I'm able to kind of work around it or challenge those intrusive thoughts. Like, you know what? I may not like this part of my body, but this is who I am right now. This is what I look like right now. And I have to appreciate my body and my aesthetic for what it is. And, I'm grateful for the things that my body does do to keep me being healthy. And so, yeah, I think that going forward, I want to really distance my relationship with social media. Like, I haven't really been posting on Instagram. Instagram's the big one where I feel like that's what really tanked my confidence. But I haven't really been posting on Instagram. Like, if I post, it's probably just about me and my husband and whatever trip we just took. But like, I used to post thirst traps and like women crush Wednesdays, and it was me because I was my own crush. Like, I would just post selfies all the time. And I just want to distance myself from, maybe wanting certain validation from people, or like, do I look cute? Is this even a good picture? Let me post it and see what people think. And then people post it and I'm like, oh yeah, I am cute. I am a baddie. But then like the next day you're like, fuck, I should take this off. I look really weird. It's like this like crazy cycle. So I feel like I want to distance myself, and I don't know what that means. Like, part of me wants to delete Instagram, but it's hard. I have friends on there, and I do like to see people's stories, and I like to post every once in a while, but I think that I have to post without the need to seek validation. I have to post like it's my own like photo album, instead of like attention seeking to validate me and how I feel. Like, I think I look fat. Do they think I look fat? Let me post a picture. Oh, girl, you look snatched. That kind of like validation for me as someone that has body dysmorphia. I also feel like one thing that I really do love about my YouTube channel is the majority of my videos I do without any makeup on. And I kind of do that purposely because I want my audience to know the real me, and without me masquerading as someone who I'm like trying to be, or trying to convince people that I'm like a specific thing, or that like I look a specific way. I mean, every once in a while I'll do a video with makeup on, and I feel like I did more when I first started this channel, but now I just really want to be myself, and I really want to see myself without any makeup on, without don't get me wrong, I love wearing makeup. Like, guys, I wear makeup all the time, and I do my makeup really cute. This isn't like a pick me situation where it's like women shouldn't wear makeup. I just am doing this channel for myself, and I'm really trying to love my features without makeup on, so that I could start building up my confidence and loving all those features that I view as flawed. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not posting because I'm like, I'm not gonna wear makeup. I'm posting with no makeup because I want to really look at myself and love myself, and like see that I'm being helpful towards the community and the people who follow me and who watch my videos. And I'm really just doing it for me, and I'm really doing it because I need to love my features, and that's something that I've always struggled with. And it's one of the big reasons why I'm not ready to be a mother. I've been married for 2 years. I still don't know like 100% if I want kids, but I do know that if I do ever have kids, I don't want to be in this like mental insane asylum of like hating my body. And I would never want a future daughter or son to hear me talk so negatively about my body and like hear those comments. Like, I would never, even to this day, do it to like, it doesn't have to be my child. I would never talk about stuff like that in front of a child, because I know how like crazy and effective that can be to children and their minds. And like, I don't ever want a child to hear me say something and then be like, oh, I hate this about me too. I would never do that. And that's why I I really feel like if I do become a mother, I want to be the best person that I could be, because I don't ever want to pass down like bad traits or trauma to a child. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's good that I want to work on myself. I think a lot of people just have kids because they have nothing else to do. Like, to me, having a child is one of the most important responsibilities you'll ever have in your life. I mean, you're creating a child, you're bringing a child into this world that's already crazy. I wouldn't want them to be insecure. I would want them to be confident and sure of themselves and really love their flaws. And that's what I'm trying to do, starting with myself, is loving myself and loving my flaws. And honestly, I really want to be hot again. And my husband tells me all the time that I'm hot, and he's so sweet, but I want to feel hot. Like, I want to feel like I'm hot. I want to feel like a baddie and a hottie, but not in the way that I felt when I was in my 20s. Like, I feel like it was a very insecure, validation seeking, attention seeking type of like stuff, like hot, if that makes sense. Like, I was doing things for others, and I don't think I was really dressing for myself or feeling hot for myself. I think I was doing it for society. And I want to do my 30s differently, and I really want to be hot for myself. And I want to wear things that I want to wear, not things that I think I should be wearing because everyone else is wearing. Like, I just really want to work on my confidence the next few years, so that this decade could be so amazing and so life-changing for me. And things that I'm doing to raise my confidence up is, before I leave the house, I force myself to either do my hair or do my makeup or have a cute outfit on. If I could do at least 2 of those 3, like, I feel really good. Eating healthier. I feel like I've always eaten healthy, but sometimes I get like a sugar rush and I really want some sugar. So I really want to practice more mindful eating and eating more plant-based with some meat in there, of course. I don't think I could ever be like vegan or vegetarian, but I just want to be more mindful of what I'm eating, what I'm putting into my body, how that's going to affect me later, how that's going to affect me if I want to move my body later. And I really want to focus on my physical health. That's something that's always bothered me. One of the big things why I have such bad body dysmorphia is because of my body and how I look. And so I really want to be mindful of how I'm working out and the thoughts that come into me, and not just being like, fuck, I'm working out today because I overate too much and now I got to get these calories off. Like, I don't ever want to be in that mindset. I want to be in the mindset of, I'm working out because I really want to celebrate what my body can do, and because it feels good and it makes me feel good. Does that make sense? So eating mindfully, healthy, working out mindfully and in a healthy mindset, continuing to take my Lexapro for my mental health, going to all my therapies, never missing a therapy session, doing all the homework that I'm assigned, doing my hair, my makeup, and my outfits for me and for my validation only. Just reading and not really looking into social media as much, doing stuff for me, separating myself from social media and posting because I want to, not because I feel forced. And just like reading a lot, going for walks, practicing mindfulness and meditation and yoga, Pilates, and, just like think of all the health stuff that you've ever been told and like put it in there, but also not really like shitting on myself if there's a day where I don't do anything and like saying like, oh, I failed, because we do need rest. And that's like another thing. Sometimes I feel like I got to keep going and I don't stop to rest, because then I start feeling like bad about myself, or I'll just sit on the couch all day and watch TV. And like, I don't want to regress to certain behaviors because I'm scared of my potential. So I'd rather just fail because I'm used to it, if that makes sense. Like, I want to be so impressed with my potential. I don't want to be scared of it. Like, I want to be like, oh, what more can I do? Does that make sense? Anyways, I was yapping for a really long time, but yeah. If anyone feels the same way about social media and it taking your confidence, please let me know in the comments. Let me know how you have felt, how you've dealt with it, and let's gain our confidence again, cuties. Let's be hot again. Like, I just want to be hot. Like, let's just be hot. You know what I mean? Like I want to feel hot again. Like, I don't know what other word to say. I want to feel sexy, and like let's just do it, guys. Let's just fucking go for it. All right. That's all I got to say. Bye, cuties.